welcome back to the first post-quarantine episode of the NYAF Podcast. I'm Yo Kev, that's my man Peter, and we are back. And it feels good to be back. Let me tell you something.
Very good.
If it's your first time here, go ahead and give us that thumbs up, like and subscribe down below. If you've never seen one of our videos, I will link some of our videos up right up top. You can go ahead and click some of our past videos. Go ahead and follow us on Instagram. We're pushing 100 followers. If you are the 100 follower, we got something to give out. We don't know.
Twitter, we got like 7.5 followers. So, spread the
like
word.
I said, the 100th follower. Don't know who it's gonna be. We're gonna
We'll
throw something at you.
We'll send you a T-shirt.
You heard it from the man. We don't have a T-shirt yet, but we'll create.
We got
one.
a T-shirt. And I'll post it on our Instagram.
Oh, he has one. Look at that.
Yeah, got a T-shirt.
Man's been working. My man's been working.
Ain't nothing to do, right? Everybody home.
There's something to do now, because if you haven't heard, we got the NBA's coming back July 31st.
Always.
How you feeling about
NBA
that?
always ahead of the game.
you
NBA
feeling?
always showing everybody else how to do it.
That's true. There's a poll out, and the commissioner of the NBA is probably the highest approval rating, is if you want to put it that way.
Especially right now. I mean, he's about the players, so that's good, And I mean, compared to the commissioner of baseball, which they can't figure it out right now what's going on, and everybody knows about Roger Goodell. So, I mean, he's running away with that race.
He's for the players, with the players, and for the fans. Because, like I said, July 31st, we have a 22 team. It's pretty much a tournament. I don't want to call it the end of the season. They're all playing 8 regular games. All will count to determine the seeding. So as of today, we're recording this on Saturday. So as of today, it came out, and it looks like the bracket will be winning percentage.
The seeding, they're gonna do the seeding by winning percentage. So I saw that the 9th and the 8th seed, if they're within 4 games of each other, I believe the 9th seed is gonna have to beat the 8th seed twice.
Correct. Yeah. So it's the 8th seed is basically on a 1-game winning streak. If they get that 1 game they're in, the 9th seed has to win 2 games.
Yeah. I mean, it's different. It's interesting.
And they're playing right here in the great city of Orlando.
The bubble.
In the bubble. That's what they're calling it. They're calling it a bubble. I know I've seen something on Twitter that said the players are actually not allowed to even go to like any theme parks or anything like that. They have to stay within the bubble. They're allowed to bring family members to a certain extent. I'm not sure the exact number, but I know the family members are allowed to come with them. But even the family members are not allowed to go to the theme parks. So they're just here to play, get the season over with, and then to each his own.
I mean, that's what it's all about, right? Just get these games in and crown champion and move on to the draft and free agency.
I think, personally, they should have just skipped the season. Because if I'm reading right, and everything is up in the air because nothing is set in stone.
Yeah.
So by the time they finish, they're going to have about 1 month before the opening, opening day, of next year.
Yeah. I mean,
opening tip-off.
I feel like they're in a position, and they're probably the only ones that could just take as much time as they want after this season is over and just push back the season. They play indoors anyway, so it doesn't matter whether they're playing in the summertime, wintertime.
Yeah, but when you say push back, that means if you push back this season coming up, then you're gonna push back.
Start a new. Yeah, you're gonna start a whole new cycle.
But that I'm pretty sure
if they push it back, they're going to be competing with baseball, and right now it's not a big competition. You know, they'll do fine against baseball.
Yeah, but then towards their playoffs, they're going to be pushing against football.
Yeah, but it's NBA playoffs. I mean, I don't see nobody not watching it. You want to watch NBA playoffs
Over football?
Yeah,
Football is the number one sport in America.
Football's one day a week. Well, not really. You got Monday and Thursdays now too. So, but I don't see why they couldn't schedule it around it. I mean,
what do you have winning?
The whole thing?
Yeah.
Well, I'm a Laker fan, so I'm going for the Lakers. But if you ask me, I was looking at some odds for who's going to win the whole thing. They've got Milwaukee at 53%, and then the Lakers at 24%, and the Clippers at 14%. And then they got 6 teams underneath them, all at 1%. So
that is disrespectful. Orlando should be at least at 4%.
Orlando's
playing at home. They're playing home games.
Man, Orlando doesn't even have a percentage. They're not even on that 1%. So
every time they're going to be at home. Every game.
I mean, honestly, I want the Lakers to win, but Milwaukee, obviously, they're the favorite. But if you ask me, the Clippers are one of the depth-wise, they have a very deep bench. During the regular season, their starters didn't play a lot, so these 8 games, they could get everybody on the court at the same time. And I think, another thing that nobody's talking about is injuries.
Now you're talking about a lot of the players got the rest they needed. LeBron, at the age that he's at, he needed this rest. I say he's going to come back like the machine he is.
Well, let's see. I mean, but he needs the help.
His battery's going to be fully charged. He's going straight, running, full force.
He only really has one other superstar on that team like that. I mean, the Clippers are deep. They play defense. Kawhi is there. Paul George. I mean,
it just feels good to have sports back, man. It feels good to be talking about sports. And
absolutely,
you've been disrespected, the Orlando Magic fans, and I'm saying this as a Knick/Orlando Magic fan.
Said no one ever. Nobody's ever said those words.
They had the easiest schedule, right? Before the quarantine, they had the easiest schedule. So right now they're in the 8th seed, I believe. So now they would technically have to play a play-in game if they lose 2 games out of the 8 games that they have to play, which is crazy.
I mean, do you see them, regardless? I guess anybody could go on a run, right? There's always that chance a team catches fire and makes a run, but basketball is kind of like you got those handful of teams that are just better than everybody else. So, I mean, I guess it's given hope to those teams like the Pelicans, like the Trailblazers, which aren't even really happy to be playing.
Yeah, they're the only team that voted no.
Yeah, I mean, because I think they are the 8th seed, if I'm not mistaken. So there's a chance that gets switched around and they get even a harder matchup. And they had an opportunity also. They had one of the easier schedules along with Orlando. So I think they were a little upset because they felt like they could have moved up in the seeding before all of this. So, but I mean, it's going to be good. You still got Houston in there.
I forgot about Houston. You know
Everybody
what?
Forgets about Houston. Houston is good.
But they have they got Harden, who chokes every year. So
I mean, but he's got help, man, and Westbrook he's a beast.
Oh, I'm sorry. So Westbrook is supposed to be better than Chris Paul?
Yeah.
Oh, see how
absolutely,
you feel. Absolutely. See how you feel. That is messed up. You see what I go through.
My concern is now, so let's say they do start the next season 1 month after this season is over. So those two teams that make the run, that go to the finals,
Right.
they're going to be tired. They're going to be, especially a team like the Lakers, where everybody's a little bit older. They're not a young team. You know, these young teams, they can bounce back, but a team like the Lakers, you know, let's say they go to the finals, whether you win or you lose. Let's say you lose. Now you played all those games and you lose, and now you're starting the next season exhausted. Because everybody's saying, oh, you know, you got they had this rest, but you're still going to be tired. You know, you're playing NBA playoff caliber basketball. That's, you know, intense basketball for a couple of weeks.
Now, do you know when the draft's supposed to be?
The draft, October 15th. And then free agency would start October 18th. And then supposedly they wanted the new season to start December 1st. But I read that they were saying that that's probably unlikely. They're probably going to try to push it back because they have that freedom to do that.
That's crazy, though. If you really think about it, that would give, you said the 18th would be free agency, right?
Free agency would be October 18th. Yep.
So that's about 5.5 weeks to get to your new team for a rookie or a free agent that just signed.
Yep.
And get the chemistry going before December 1st tip off.
Yeah. And some teams are going to be fresh off a playoff run.
And some teams are going to be fresh off just sitting at home chilling, like the Golden State Warriors. And
yeah, that's the team that I was going to bring up. They're sitting lovely right now. They're sitting lovely. They got Clay rehabbing still. You got Steph that's just been resting. They have a guaranteed top 5 pick in the draft.
Yep, and they still got Draymond.
And they have a $17 million trade exception from what they got when they traded Andre Iguodala. So they could add a high draft pick and a free agent.
Well, you know the word on the street is Steph has been calling Giannis.
Well, is he a free agent? I don't know when I don't know
if he's a free agent.
I think he still has.
I would have to look it up. Let me look it up.
I think he still has like 2 years. But Golden State is sitting lovely for next season. They're gonna bounce right back. Draymond's been resting for a while now.
Let me see.
And I believe they have Higgins now, don't they?
Yeah.
So that's another piece on top of the two that they're gonna get. Wiggins.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, this is it. He agreed to a 4-year, $100 million extension that ran through 2021. So he would be a free agent.
Yeah, I don't know if he'd make that move.
I mean, if he doesn't win, I don't see why not. You pull the KD, you win, you get your money.
They were asking KD if he was going to play. He told them no.
He said absolutely not.
That would have been good to see KD and Kyrie come back.
It's going to be even better next year, though.
I'm just saying, it would have been cool to see them play. And this feels like a tournament. You go, where we're from, you go to Orchard Beach and watch, a basketball tournament or Rucker Park or something like that. It feels like it doesn't feel like the NBA. Like it just feels, I don't know, like the Big Three tournament.
But it's gonna feel like that for every sport, I feel, except football, because they haven't gotten hit with a.
Yeah, they might be able to start right on time.
A layover, or they didn't have to postpone anything.
Yeah. But it feels like the FIBA, one of those things, like they're gonna win a gold medal. They're not winning an NBA title. They're going to play for a gold medal or something.
Because technically, this is not the full season. I mean, they're gonna finish 8 games, and then it's basically a throw-in. Like So they're saying that the winning percentage, but does it count the regular season that already happened? I'm supposing they have to count the regular season. They're just not going to start it with the 8 games.
Yeah, I mean, and there's a chance Milwaukee and the Lakers were both in first place in their conferences, and now there's a chance that if they don't play well in those first 8 games, whatever, I read that they can move down. So neither one of them could end up being like.
Well, there's no home court, so
which
it doesn't matter. So, and there's no fans, which I did hear. Actually, I'm not sure if I heard it on ESPN radio, but I know they were thinking about using the 2K sound, like fan sound, to put in the actual gym, just to have something playing.
What do you think about that?
I don't think basketball really needs it.
No,
not really. Well, as a player, I'm not sure. To be honest, I've never played, competitive basketball, so I'm not sure what a fan would sound like for me. But I think it's just like them playing pickup ball at a gym. Like they're gonna be playing, to win. They don't need a fan. They've done this.
That's what I'm saying. It's you're playing the game. You just play. But
let us know what you think, because I'm excited about whatever we're about to get with the NBA, whether it be just the pickup games like we think it's going to be, or if we're going to just get this competitive, real gritty basketball like we used to get back in the day. Once again, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, NYAF_pod. I'm Yo Kev. That's Peter. Don't forget to give this a thumbs up, subscribe down below, and we are out.